Hello to all the super kids of Seedling. Hope you all are fit and fine.
Today we are here to discuss about a few common errors which we all make while conversing in English.
Well, there is nothing wrong with making mistakes. What's wrong is letting a mistake stay a mistake without putting in effort to make it right. So, here we start with our first common error.
Use of double negatives. Children, we say, I don't know nothing. But is it right, ma'am?
Well, no, it is not correct. We should always say, I don't know anything. The reason behind is don't and nothing. They are two negative words, and two negative words should not be used in one sentence.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's move on to one more mistake. We generally say, he has white hairs. I repeat, he has white hairs. What do you say, ma'am?
Well, he has white hairs, safed bal, but I cannot do it the literal translation. We should always say he has grey hair. Students, always remember, if you see your grandmother or your grandfather, you cannot say that he has white hairs. He has grey hair.
So my children will always remember that you'll always use hair, not hairs.
Okay, Prerna, tell me something about yourself today.
Okay, ma'am. Myself, Prerna, and I live... Am I wrong, ma'am?
Yes, you are wrong. Myself, Prerna, is not the correct way of introducing yourself. You should always say, I am Prerna. Students, always remember, when we introduce ourselves, we should always say, I am Prerna. I am supposed to speak my name with I am, not with myself. I hope it's clear, Prerna?
Yes, ma'am. And I'll always say that I am Prerna, not myself Prerna.
Oh, fine. So just tell me about your brothers and sisters.
Ma'am, I am having two brothers and one sister.
Well, she said, I'm having two brothers and one sister, which is not correct. In fact, we should say, I have two brothers and one sister. Or we can say, I have three siblings.
Wow! Siblings? That's a new word. My children will learn. I have two siblings. Siblings. Siblings is a new word.
Yes, brothers and sisters are in fact our siblings.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you come to school yesterday, Prerna?
No, ma'am. I didn't came to school yesterday.
Come back to me. What did you say?
I just said I didn't came to school yesterday.
Students, she said, I didn't came to school yesterday. Didn't came. In fact, here there is a mistake. And you all might be making the same mistake. I didn't came is actually not correct. I did not come to school yesterday. Did not and come is actually one past form and the other present form. We should always remember to say, I did not come to school yesterday.
I'll always remember, ma'am. I'm sorry. I did not come to school yesterday. Ma'am, let's move on to next mistake we usually make. Does she has a pencil? Is it right, ma'am?
So, we should never say, does she has a pencil? We should always remember and we should always say, does she have a pencil? Remember, has should not be used with does. With does, we are going to use have. So, does she have a pencil? I hope it's clear, Prerna.
Yes, ma'am. Now, my children will always ask a correct question. Does she have a pencil?
Action.
Let's move on to next mistake. Revert back. Reply back. This mistake is mostly made by all of us. We always use revert back or reply back. However, meaning of both the words are similar. What do you say, ma'am?
Yes, I agree with you. Revert and reply. Actually, we need not use the word back with it. We can always say revert to me, or it can be in the other situation, reply to the mail. I hope it's clear. We just repeat it for ourselves. Revert to me or reply to the mail.
Okay, ma'am. I hope, children, you will remember and you will only use please reply, not back with us.
Okay, just tell me, has your brother started for his preparation for exams?
No, ma'am, he hasn't, because he do not have his book.
Well, my dear students, she said as he do not have his book. He do not have his book. Here, it is not the correct statement. We are supposed to say he does not have his book. If you remember, in the previous mistake, I said does, should not have, has with it. Does, should have with it. But then that is a different situation. Here, the situation is totally different. The reason is he does not have. We already have used the word does here, and in the same case, we have used the word have over here. So, with does, always remember has will not be used. The situation is different, but the answer remains the same.
Okay, ma'am. He does not have his book.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, ma'am. Let's wrap up. What is the time in your watch?
Come back to me, Prerna. What did you say?
What is the time in your watch, ma'am?
Students, did you listen? What did she say? She said, what is the time in your watch? Well, what is the time in your watch is actually not correct. The correct way of asking is, what is the time by your watch? So, in your watch is not correct, and by your watch is the correct way of asking. And I would answer her, it's 11:30 by my watch.
Oh, I'll remember that, ma'am. It's 11:30 by my watch, not in my watch.
You're absolutely correct.
So after this session, let's all make a conscious effort, and whenever these words or phrases come across, remember that we spoke about these mistakes.
Always remember, students, correct English is quality English. So avoid making all the common errors when you converse in English. Thank you, students. Hope this video will help each one of you to avoid these mistakes in future.
Blessings and prayers for all the dear darling students.
Stay safe, stay healthy.